Uh-oh, says device is not.
All right, and welcome into a special edition of Dude's Hockey Hotline. I am your host, Matt Digert, and as always, riding with me, Beyond 716. Brian, what's up tonight?
It's
How we
good to be
doing?
back. Matt, it's good to be
I,
back. I
I,
figured this is a
I,
perfect night to bring our hockey hotline back.
I
So
mean, like, I don't know what happened. Like, we have Sabres hockey in May. Like,
yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
so you're telling me it's mid-May and we're not talking about the draft lottery results that we didn't like, or
Hold on,
talking
let's let's
about
let's let's run a simulation. Hold on, let's see
yeah,
if the
hold on,
Sabres.
right? It feels great, doesn't it, Matt? It
Yeah,
feels
no,
great.
this honestly, this is the first time I've ever I've been able to be on, with you in a while, just because of work and
Hmm.
everything like that.
Sure.
It feels good. It feels good to join for, for a special show like this. Just being able to really talk about the win tonight, because I mean it was big. It was big. It was
Abs-
absolutely big. And when the Sabres went down 3-1, I like the remote went in my hand and the power button almost got hit. Like I'm not, but I sat there and I was like,
mhm.
if they're gonna go down, I hope they go down swinging, and maybe they
Yep.
come back and maybe they do whatever they got to do. So, and they did. They did. They came
Yep.
back, won it 8-3, and the Canadians didn't score another goal after they went up 3-1. So the
Yep.
Sabres now moved to what, 5-1 on the road this year in the playoffs.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it.
they're 2-4 at home. Hopefully,
Yeah, this may go down as one of the biggest wins in franchise history in the playoffs, right? If you come back and win this game and you make the conference finals, this is one that we're going to remember for a very long time.
mhm.
Calling me one of those guys that wasn't too confident going into tonight. Was I saying it was a 0% shot? No, I was thinking maybe 35, maybe 40 at most. I wasn't feeling great, but even when it was 3-1, Matt, I wasn't hitting the. I was like, okay, three quick shots. It just wasn't Lions night, but we were playing well. So I figured, okay, let's just see if they get the next goal, right? Go into the period down 3-2, and exactly what we did. The Sabres reasserted themselves. They got themselves together. Credit to the whole team, top to bottom. Credit to Lindy Ruff for his changes on the lines, which we're going to get
Mhm.
into, and credit his approach, giving the team time off, right? And just saying, hey, we're just going to remove ourselves from the practice video. So, we've done, sometimes you need a break, right? It's a long, long season. These guys are dealing with a lot of injuries, and they responded in a big way. That was a dominant
Honestly,
performance.
I'd give them another rest. Honestly, the next 2 days, take
Hmm.
off and just go. Take
Yeah.
off and just go. Like there's no reason not to. And
Hmm.
it's just, I mean, I'm proud of those guys that are in that locker room that are right there. I know we're just fans, but
Hmm.
at the same time, it's a big
Absolutely.
win. I told you earlier. I told the guy in the background that'll be coming on here in a little bit,
Mhm.
Student Body Right. I told you guys in our little group
Yeah.
chat that we have that the Bills, I love the Bills. I love football. I love everything like
Mhm.
that. But
Yep.
that's it's quick. It's over because it's a 12-month. The NFL is a 12-month thing now. It
Mhm.
feels like, okay, we lost a playoff game. Now there's something going on in about 2 weeks.
Yep.
Or we have the combine to look forward to if we lose, or so there's always something going on. The NHL, once the playoffs are over, you literally got almost, yes, you have free agency typically July 1st. Okay, I get that.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
free agency is good for like 3 days, and then it's done for until September, when there's preseason at the end of September, and you're rolling into October, and you're just like, okay, let's start the new season already. Like it's only like a 7-month, 8-month thing where we have 4 months off. So it just, I feel like it means more for the NHL, or for the Sabres, for the Buffalo Sabres, in hockey, more or less. And I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it just means more to me for the Buffalo Sabres than it does for the Buffalo Bills.
No, I understand. I mean, I would say I'm pretty even, in terms of my fandom of the Bills and Sabres. I mean, the Bills go more nationally or internationally, right? When the Bills, I remember I told you that story when I went to London. I was getting all these
Mhm.
compliments on my Bills hat with Josh Allen. If I go there in a Sabres hat, nobody's going to say boo to me, right? So for us, it's more about what we grew up with, right? We watch a lot of Sabre
Mhm.
games. We're not playoff fans. We're fans that watch 75 or more games a year consistently through the whole drought. Yeah, we know all about some of the worst times in this franchise's history that we've seen.
Like,
So
you and I have
I
talked about it. Like, I still have clippings in one of my binders from when I was like 2 and 3 years old, from the newspaper, from
Mhm.
Jim Kelly and everything like that, and
Nice.
talking about Darcy Walkalock. Like, come on, like,
Darcy Wackalock. What a reference. Oh, that's great.
I mean,
That's
but I mean,
great.
that's how long we've been watching hockey, and
Mhm. Yes, we
to
have.
see all the way back to that Boston series with Mayday, to see
Mhm.
then the transformation, what they were under Ted Nolan, and then the Derek Plant Game 7 through Ron Tugnut, all the way through Dominic Hasek, all the way through Ryan Miller, now all the way through, and then through the drought, and now they've ended the
Mhm.
drought, and now
Yep.
they've won a series. Now they're on the brink of winning another one. Like, let's be serious, because it is Game 7. They're on the brink of either winning or losing the second series. Like,
Mhm. G Listen, man, I gotta be honest with you. After game 5, I thought it was over. Okay. I was wrong. I've been wrong. This series has made a lot of people like myself look very, very wrong. I have no idea what to expect Monday night. Do you? Do we
after
have any
game
idea?
after game
I have
after
no.
game 2, Brian, you were like, this series is over.
It's not. I didn't think that that this is going to be a tough matchup for the Sabres, because this is the one team that can match their speed, right? Montreal
Yeah.
can match their speed, and we haven't been getting the production from the top guys, and we're going to get into that. Yeah, we've talked a lot about Alex Tuck. Alex Tuck was better tonight, didn't skin on the sheet, but I think he played better. I definitely think that he did, uh, from that point of view. But it was just a total team effort. I mean, Rasmus Dahlin was that dude tonight. I mean, 5 points. I think he was like a +3, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, but again, Lindy Ruff hitting all the right buttons. Getting Zach Metza in there tonight, got a goal, and just saying, Tage Thompson again. Looks like Tage is hurting. There's something going on with Tage, but he's fighting through it,
he
in
he
my
looked
opinion.
better tonight. He was
Really good.
shooting and
Hmm.
everything, and I'm glad maybe he's coming out of it now. I honestly, the one that shocked me the most was Owen Power. I could not believe
Yep.
half his body did not need to get amputated after that, after the
Hmm.
other night.
And
I'm
you know
just
what,
seeing
Matt?
those pictures from the board, him going into the board, like the one leg looked like it was Tyreek Hill.
Hmm. No Saber. I don't want to hear any Saber fan question Owen Power stuff this ever again.
No.
I'm not doing it. Now, he's not a physical guy. He's not a guy that's going to hit a lot like a Darlene or something. But that's okay. That's not what he's best for. But the bounce back like that and play tonight, and the way he played as well. He was very good tonight, in that game. So
Mm-hmm.
just a great overall. I mean, just a great response. We're watching this team grow in front of our eyes, man. Like Zach Benson, we're seeing this, 15-year-old looking kid. He just looks like he's 15 with a beard. He just makes me feel so old.
Well,
But his game is evolving so quickly in front of our eyes. And
And
becoming that player I will
before we
not
get out of
name.
this,
Yes.
before we get away from Zach Benson, honestly, I want to know what your thoughts are on that contract that we see from him, because clearly he's going to get signed. Like, let's
Yes.
be honest. Like, what do you see as his number?
Well, here's what's interesting about Zach Benson, right? If I were Zach Benson's agent and if I were advising Zach Benson, I would not sign long term. I would wait. Kind of like what Darlene did, where he said, remember, if he was 2021, he says, listen, I'll take a maybe 3-year deal and then I'll get the long extension after that. Uh, I would say if I'm Zach, because Zach really hasn't popped with the numbers yet in terms of production. He can get to 60, 70 points, and then the Sabres can lock him in 8 years. The Sabres also have to consider if you bring back Tuck next year, you're going to have a tight cap. Do you want to pay Zach? Like, because don't forget, Zach Doan's going from 800,000 to 6.9 next year. If you bring
Mhm.
back Tuck, that's almost 10 plus. You still got other guys on the books. You got to consider Bowen Byram down the line. You got to consider other things. So what do you do?
Mhm.
I would say if he's up for another year or two of RFA, I would do that and give him, even if it's like next year, give him like 3.5. You say, you know what,
Yeah,
we'll give you
because
3.5, and then we'll extend you the year after. Maybe they talk to him, say, hey, we'll give you more top six time. You pop your numbers and boom, then we'll give you the $9-10 million contract. But yeah, if I were saying that, that's what I would do if I were Benson. And I think that may be the best for the Sabres. What do you think?
I mean, let's be serious here for a second. Like, Zach Benson is what, 22 years old?
21.
21.
He
So
just turned
that's
21. Yeah.
I know, 5 years.
Hmm.
So we're talking. You give him a couple of bridge deals to get him to 26, and
Hmm.
then Alex Tuck is now retired or moved on or whatever else after 5 years, or he's
Hmm.
still on the team, but like his cap number would be lower.
Yep. Ah, there it
um,
is. And look at the comment. Uh-oh. The name of names has been mentioned, Matt. But yet, I know it's not easy, but he's our Brad
Steve, don't do it
Marchand,
to me.
okay?
Steve, don't do it to me. Don't do it to
He's
me.
done it. He's done it. Even Ray Ferraro said it
Oh
tonight when
God.
they done it. They said it on the game that I was like, oh boy, cat's out of the bag.
It's fine. It's fine. Like I get
Yep.
it. Like it's
Hmm.
until he licks somebody in the face, he's not Brad Marchand, and I'm okay with him. Like I'm sorry, like that Brad Marchand's on a different level of asshole, and I
Hmm.
don't want any like the skill on the ice is separate from the asshole that he is on the ice.
Yes, yes, he's not to that level, but he is a pest. I'll tell you that's.
Oh,
But you need players like that, Matt. I
yeah,
mean, look at some of the great teams. Look at the Vegas Golden Knights. They've had players like that. Florida's, like Tampa Bay's. They've always had players like that. You have to have. You can't have a bunch of nice guys on the team in the NHL. That's just not going to work.
no, no,
No.
and it's guys that are hitting. And even so, like I saw a couple opportunities where I wish guys would have literally laid out some of these Canadians, like
Hmm.
when they're towing the line and trying to walk the line and stuff like that, and they're walking it
Hmm.
with their head down.
Yep.
Guys coming across, like, why are we jumping out of the way? Put a shoulder in his chest, hit him legally. You can.
Hmm.
You're
Yep.
not charging. You're not doing anything. Separate them from the puck, because that's how you're
Yep.
going to win Game 7. This
Hmm.
Game 7. You're in a 1-game series right now. Now you want to talk about NFL type stuff? 1-game series. It's either win or go home. Right now, Monday night is win or go home.
Yeah, what's weird? What's weird about UPL is I feel like UPL is the kind of goalie. The less he has to think, the better he is. Like when he just comes into a game like this, okay, let me get let me get on the ice and boom. UPL looked like he was in control. He was a command right from the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, right? He made that big save. I think it was like 3-2 or 3-3. He made a huge save in the second period that I think was a tone setter. You let that one in,
I'll
it's
tell you another
4-2,
one.
maybe a different
I'll
game.
tell you another
We'll
one.
see.
I think it was the end of the second when
Hmm.
Davidoff had the puck on his stick and UPL just
Yeah.
snatched, just one-on-one, just
Yep.
grabbed it. And it's one of those things that I was always talking about last year when we were doing this constantly every Saturday
Hmm.
is UPL has a concentration issue.
Yes.
When he's concentrating and he's on and he's able to do that,
Hmm.
he is a top 10 goaltender in the NHL.
He
The
could be
problem
borderline.
is
Yeah. Hmm.
the problem is when he's not concentrating and he has those issues like he had in Game 5, he's a
Hmm.
bottom 3 goaltender. Like,
Yeah.
and it's the high
Yeah.
highs are there, the low lows are there. Maybe we ride
Mhm.
them into through Game 7 and get to Carolina. And if he wins Game 7, great. Run with him for one game in Carolina. If it doesn't go
Yep.
well in Carolina, guess what? It's a new series. You're down
Mhm.
0-1.
Yep.
Oh well,
Hey,
but
you
get
know,
out
Matt,
of this series.
that's why I call it the UPL experience. And that's exactly what he is. You just never know. You never know what you're going to get out of UPL.
Yeah.
You just don't. So maybe on Monday, we should just not tell him there's a game, right? Maybe just put him in right before face off. And also, I got another thought, and student will like this. Maybe we should bring back the old red jerseys from the Sabres in the early 2000s. Remember with the buffalo
With
on
the
the bottom? Had
butter knives,
the butter knife red jerseys, and have everybody just wear red. So we feel like we're in Montreal because obviously they don't like
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
in
Don't
KeyBank
like
Center in
playing it.
Buffalo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so why
Put
not just
Canadian
mimic?
stuff around,
Yeah, yeah,
Canadian
sure.
stuff all around, and then it's gonna mix in with Canadian fans and everything
Have our
else. And
I forget who sings our national anthem all the time. I can't remember her name, but have her sing it in French
can't,
Canadian.
can't,
French.
can't, Cammy Clooney.
Cammy Clooney just sing in French. Just let's just make everything exactly the same way, right? So I mean, if that's what's going to take for us to advance past this series, then we're just going to have to do it. But
Yeah.
what a night for this team! And again, down 3-1, Matt. I was very impressed with just how they just stayed within themselves. They didn't start taking a lot of terrible penalties. They just stayed within the system. They trusted it. And again, that goal before the end of the period, I thought was the whole key. I think that was they can exhale, say, okay, let's just get back into the locker room. We're down 3-2. It's amazing how this game was just like almost like game five, but even we played more dominant on our side,
Yeah.
I thought, than Montreal did against us in Buffalo. But it was a very similar game flow, right? It was unbelievable. So
What is going on with the mirrored games though? Like, what the heck is that? Like,
uh,
game 5, down 3 or up 3-2 in the first, and
mhm,
all of a sudden, oh, the takeoff. Montreal wins 6-3.
mhm. I think you
To
just have
reverse tonight.
yeah, you just have two young teams, Matt, that are a little inexperienced. They're really good in certain areas, and some areas are a little vulnerable. I just think these are very even teams. I mean, just look at them in the standings. They were almost neck and neck all year. Their games during the season were just like this 5-3, 6-4. This is just the way they play. And
Yeah.
it's going to make for an epic night in Buffalo on Monday night. So for any fan that's lucky to go, enjoy it because you don't get too many nights like this.
All I'm going to say is to any fan out there right now, enjoy the high scoring, high flying action of this series because no matter who makes it next round, it's going to be like 1-0, 2-1 games against Carolina
Hmm.
in that
Yeah. Yep. But
their
listen,
whatever that they do in play.
I mean, listen, if we win this series, I'm not even thinking about Carolina yet, but man, we're sitting here. Imagine the last time we were doing these podcasts, we had Kevin Adams and we talk about palm trees and taxes. We were a lost franchise. We were the New York Jets of the NHL, and now we are on the doorstep of Eastern Conference Final. So we've come a long way, Matt, in the short time that we didn't have the hockey hotline back on.
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of upset that we didn't do it. I didn't have a lot of time to do it for this season because it would have felt great being able to talk about it every Saturday with them. Being as good as that they were after December. Winning the Atlantic. So we'll definitely see. What the future holds for us here with Hockey Hotline and see if we can't get a
Hmm.
night to do it or anything like
Yes,
that.
we're gonna certainly work on it, and maybe we'll do some other options too. Maybe we'll have some quick hits, maybe some quick comments. We'll do a little bit
Mhm.
of everything. So just be on the lookout on Do Champions for that, right, Matt? So we'll certainly
Yeah.
maybe we'll do some more post games like this, and then maybe we get into the off season. We'll figure out. Hopefully, we got another month and a half to worry about it, right? So
Hey, hockey in June for the Buffalo Sabres would be amazing. Like,
could you
let's
imagine
be serious.
hockey in June, even hockey in mid-May? I mean, again, this is usually we're at Thanksgiving and we're talking about the lottery. So let's just take
Yeah,
this. So
yeah.
no matter what this team does, this has been an amazing season. It would
I
now. I will be honest. Losing at home in Game 7 though would be tough to swallow against Montreal. I
mhm.
think
Yeah.
we lose to Carolina. I mean, Carolina's a juggernaut right now. I mean, we all going to really be disappointed. I mean, yeah, it's going to be disappointing, but are we going to be surprised? Absolutely not. I mean, we're going to be
I
pretty
wouldn't be
sizable on our
surprised.
ass.
They haven't won it in Carolina since 2016. So, I mean, they're as good as they are on the road right now.
Hmm.
They're going to have to prove it even further.
Hmm.
To go to Carolina. So, like I said, let's just enjoy Game 7, like you said, and go
Yep.
from there. Because at this point right now, I feel like if they do get past Game 7, it's all
Hmm.
it's all it's all gravy from there. It's
It,
all
it, yep.
extra hockey at that point.
It really is. Like, I don't know if you caught this, but when the Ducks lost at home to Vegas the other night, the Ducks came on the ice afterwards and they saluted their fans. The Ducks are a little similar to Sabres. They got so much young talent. I mean, the Ducks are
Mm-hmm.
and the Sabres are similar, right? They're built differently. They have some things maybe better than us, but we have things better than them. But I just hope Buffalo fans feel the same way no matter what happens Monday night, right? And I know it's going to sting, but I, I mean, are we going to win? I don't know.
Hey, at this
I'm
point,
not.
like
My prediction game is horrible, Matt. So I'm not. But
I'm still going with the negative side of it, just so I can feel better about it. Is
yeah,
hey, Montreal's already won this series,
yeah.
just so I can either be right or I can be terribly terribly wrong and be super happy.
Hmm.
So either way, no, I'm only kidding, but seriously,
You ready? By the way, Matt, you ready for this? You know how rare this is, by the way, Monday night?
what's that?
The only time the Sabres have won a game 7 at home in the playoffs. I was there with my father, 20 rows off the ice, behind the goal. I was on the other side. Derek Plant's game 7 overtime winner against Montreal in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Yep,
gonna
the
say, I'm
night.
gonna say to Steve here, we missed you too, man. I missed your commentary as well.
Yeah,
You always bring
no,
some
it's
great stuff
always
here. I missed a lot of you, so this has been a lot of fun.
a
So
lot of great time having that cup of coffee in the morning talking hockey. I mean
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
that's
We'll bring I said but again, be on the lookout. We're definitely gonna be bringing this back, but this is the perfect night to do it.
I
I mean, what
just
a
man, I don't know what else to say as far as the Sabres go tonight because
I mean,
I
Lindy Ruff, I just just gutsy. Just he's been gutsy this whole series. And making the line changes, putting in, got even with the defensemen. I listen. I know some of the defensemen we got haven't been. They've been up and down, but they served their purpose. I think for Game 4, we needed those kind of veteran defensemen in there. But for Game 6 here, we needed more of a Metza. So we're
do
games
not move away from this freaking lineup. I
not right now.
swear.
No, I wouldn't. And I'll tell you, I've been impressed with Connor Timmins personally. I he's not perfect, but very solid. He blocked 5 shots tonight. Plus, when he does a lot of the dirty work, like I just really, really like what he brings to this team. And again, Owen Power gets a big star for me tonight, even though he didn't get on the score sheet. Just the gutty effort that he had tonight was very, very impressive. And I'm going to say I was wrong about this guy too, Matt. Didn't think he was ready for it. Was Constantinius. I mean, this guy has been outstanding. I mean,
I
he's handling
I
the
was
moment way
calling
better than I
yeah.
thought he would.
I was calling for him after Game 1, with put him and Carrick in because we saw at the end
Hmm.
of that game Montreal really kind of ramped it up and started finding their game. So
Hmm.
after Game 1, I really think that they needed to get Carrick and
Yeah,
Hellenius,
I know
however you say it,
Hellenius. Yeah, yeah,
however you say it. But
yeah.
um,
Well, the
I,
name,
I thought that I
it's got
thought
the
that they
craziest
needed
name.
speed. I thought they needed the speed and to just get on top of Montreal and work on that forecheck. And it's worked in Game 4 and Game 6. Like if we had maybe maybe if it's 2-1 right now, Buffalo, you're going into game whatever and going up 3-1. But that's
Hmm.
one of my only things with Lindy Ruff that I was very critical of is
Hmm.
his willingness to or his lack of willingness to go to some of these younger players earlier.
Yeah,
Whereas, before you oh my God, we're in an elimination game. Now let's put Zach Metza. Zach Metza should have never left the ice. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Yeah, okay, I get Boston plays a little bit of a heavier game. You have Marco Sturm coming out and saying they're bigger, faster, stronger. Whatever, I get it. Against Montreal, yeah, you have a couple of big guys like your Jack Eye, your Kirby Doc, guys like that. But in the same token, in the same side of things, they have a very similar team to the Buffalo Sabres. It's a very fast, very heavy team that is going to rely on their forecheck and getting in on top of them and basically going like this in the offensive zone and trying to throttle that down and move the puck around as fast as they possibly can and everything else. And it's tough. It's tough, and they're very, very similar to the Sabres in that way. But I think the Sabres have a better player. I was going to put that up here in a few minutes, but
I'm sorry. I know.
No. You're good. You're good. We'll take that right now. Not a single person. Put the damn drum away and just go, because every time it seems like it's bang the drum. They've only won twice.
Bring Derek Plant if you can find him.
Yeah, right.
I mean, why not? Right, the last time that we won a Game 7 at home, maybe bring in a Derek Plant. Maybe bring Wolf Blitzer in if you want to bring a not right. Hey, he's a Buffalo guy. He's a Buffalo guy through and through. I mean, the guy, he wears the Sabre stuff. He tweets about him all the time. Maybe they're saving him for later, but I'd bring him in if he was around. But
I mean, like I said, I don't think anybody should bang the drum this game. I mean, I know that there's somebody going to, but I get
question,
it. Like get the fans going, things like that. But are you ready for another level of fandom on Monday night?
Yep. And I'll tell you what, if you're listen, I'll say this. I know some Sabre fans have sold their tickets for money. I can't blame this day and age. Tickets are expensive. If you can't hold on to your tickets for this game and go, then I don't even know why you have season tickets in the first place. I got to say, this is when you say, you know what? I'm not letting random Montreal fan buy this ticket. No, I'm not doing it.
Yep.
But unfortunately, a lot of these tickets are owned by maybe non-Sabre fans, some of them too, so they get sold. There's nothing you could do. But if you're a Sabre season ticket holder, you do not sell this game for any reason whatsoever. You have to go to Game 7.
Go to the game, enjoy it, do whatever you got to do, because at this point right now, Game 7, this is like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, great, the 90s AFC Championship game. This is the biggest thing, a game in Buffalo sports since 06, 07 and 06, 07, 08, 06, 07, 06, 07, 05, 06. Those, Carolina Game 7 when we lost.
That was massive.
And this is the biggest game in Buffalo since you and I just said it when Derek Plant won the Game 7. It's very, very. This is a huge game. And if we are quiet in that place, Montreal's just going to get on top of us. I don't care. At this point, I don't care. I'm not a big violence guy. Kick these guys the fuck out of there. I don't care.
Just say bye-bye.
Start fighting them. Get them the fuck out of there. I don't care at this point. It might be an asshole thing to say, but
You know what else? You know what else this means too, man? I just want to share something. I went to ESPN.com. Buffalo Sabres are all over the front page. There's no NBA going on right now. I mean, you got Game 7, Cleveland, Detroit tomorrow, but there's no other basketball. There's no other hockey game going on. So it's going to really stand on its own, right? All the other teams are waiting. So, from that point of view, I mean, my text messages were really on fire tonight. A lot of people are watching the game tonight. Friends of mine that don't even really watch much hockey at all. They're looking for something to watch. So, it's going to be a pretty amazing night. I wish this was on a Sunday night, not a Monday, but this is just the way it worked out. But that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. So it was 60-something degrees today. It's supposed to be 85 degrees on Monday night.
Wow. I wonder if that's going to affect the ice. Is it getting too hot? Is it going to?
I have no, I'm not worried about that. It would be, I'm not going to lie, in this day and age, it'd be cool to see a 1975 fog game. But
yeah.
but
85 is really warm for Buffalo. That's like 100 here in LA. That's
Yeah.
it's not too
Yeah.
often that it gets that hot. But yeah, it's going to
I'm
be again.
so excited. Party in
Yeah,
the plaza.
it's
Get
a
out there.
rare. Yep, yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're asking me for, listen, we'll get into predictions and things like that. I got another stat to lay on you tonight, Matt. Rasmus Dahlin became the first defenseman in NHL history to have a 5-point game in an elimination game in the NHL playoff history.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and he set the tone right away as the captain. Beautiful shot, great shot from the left side. Even though the Canadians scored right back, I think it's just so weird how we're scoring so many goals early in this series. Sabres Conn Smythe winner Zach Benson. I would agree. I think Steve is right, because it's not even just the points; it's just the impact he's having, drawing penalties,
Exactly.
cycling the puck, all the things he's doing. Yeah,
like going against the boards on the forecheck and basically playing keep away and opening things up and being in the right place at the right time. Like, everybody calls him, Brad Marchand for, the way he's playing. You know who his skill reminds me of?
who's that?
Briere.
It's an interesting comparison. I like it. He's obviously a little grittier. Although Briere
around
was
the puck.
surprisingly gritty. Briere was a little bit gritty. I mean, he wasn't like Benson gritty, but he was.
No, but
he
he's always around. He's always around the puck. He's always in the right place at the right time. His hockey IQ is very, very good. He might not be the fastest guy on the ice, but he also knows how to get into spots and things like that. So he is a combination of a couple of different things. But like, I see the skill side of him as more of like your Briere than you do, anything else. So
absolutely.
maybe I might be wrong in saying that, but who knows? It's only time will tell. But I mean, I'm just glad he's on our side, honestly. Like, Zach Benson, seeing him get drafted 13th overall, and how good everybody was saying he was going to be, and then
Well, he got a little bit of the Cole Caulfield treatment. And why? Because he's not big, which I think is ridiculous. Again, and we got a comment in here from Lee. I want to welcome Lee to the chat here. Who is in net Monday night?
UPL.
I guess, but I feel uneasy about it just because maybe put Lyon up there, just throw UPL in again so he could be the UPL of tonight.
I mean, here's the idea. Here's the idea. I just came up with it. Ready? So if you do end up practicing, give Lyon the starter's net.
Yeah.
You put Lyon out there for warm-ups and everything else, and then you tell UPL, get on the ice, you're starting. Just so he's not ready for it. He just, just so he doesn't have time to think. Just go out there and do.
How much you want to bet this is going to be a 1-0 game on Monday night, like 1-0, 2-1? Like, we've had all these crazy goals. Watch this be like the most boring 1-0 game. With this series, who knows, right? I mean, what do we expect? Yeah. It's been the series. I call this a series that's made me look wrong about 30 times, and I'm happy to be wrong. Right. The only time I got something right is when I guaranteed a victory game 4. That's it. Other than that, I've been wrong the whole series. That's it.
I hope we're both wrong in saying the series was over, being negative and everything like that, because then if
I'm happy to be wrong in those situations. And you just felt that, we just, again, Montreal was beating us to the puck. They were doing just the little things better. It just didn't look, we were so unstable in net. There was just a lot of reasons to think, okay, and the Stars were not performing. Oh, look who's joined us. Now the fireworks begin.
So he's muted. So he's muted. He's not.
Yeah. There he goes.
It's been a while, boys. Hey, great win tonight. I'd like to remind all our viewers, the regular season ended 1 month ago today. That 1 month has provided us more hockey than we've gotten in 15 years. That 1 month has given us a lot of clarity of what to do with our RAs next year. We wouldn't have gotten this this kind of optic into the muddy waters of how good Helnews is and how good Benson can play. Here are some of the pregame tweets as brought to you by Sons of Erie. Sabres Canadians. I said any player with an extra patch on the left-hand side of their jersey has either disappeared or played not super amazing in this series.
And they came out tonight and played up to a level of where they needed to.
Up to the level where they should. Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't fireworks. Beyond, like you said before, Tage is definitely playing with some type of element. That is clear. I was watching a little bit of the post game presser.
Yep.
I saw a little bit of the post game presser, and Darlene has severe bruising. It looks like in his arm or his hand, just when he was gripping the mic. Maybe something to look out for. But that extra month of hockey has just been so great. So a couple questions for you guys.
Sure.
The hot starts are always in the last 3 games been reciprocated with a goal against or taking a dumb penalty, of which you saw tonight. I don't think you can get into that reciprocative game with the Canadians. I think they're too good. They're just as fast. And it's been kind of the tail of the tape of which kind of brings us all to the edge of our seat and kind of gets us disengaged mentally, like, shit, it's over with. What do you guys think about that reciprocative bang, of which we've seen in the last 2 games?
Go ahead, Brian.
No, you can go, man. I'm going to hold on one second.
Yeah, I mean, it's as far as that goes, I hate seeing that. Like, we watched it in game 5, and it's like, okay, 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2. And it's like, okay. And then they took a penalty, they score. Then they take another penalty, they score. And UPL gives up, and then they kind of get annoyed with each other. And, you see things like WGR saying that, that they're basically at each other's throats and all this other stuff. And it's like, come on, like, just go out there and play. That's all that really you can do.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Could not agree more. I mean, we've seen the biggest thing that I could say about this team is we've really seen them evolving in front of our very eyes, right? I mean, we've seen such a progression from the time that Adams was fired and just the incredible, run that the Sabres had. And even when it looked like they were going to dip, they found a way to get it back again and get off the mat a few times here in the playoffs. I mean, usually young teams like this melt or they wither in the first round. That's why I had no expectations going to the playoffs. One of the youngest teams in the league. Goaltending was solid, but we knew, hey, it could be, a treacherous time. So, look at this! Little 2K has come.
The Almighty.
That's probably curtains. Like,
yes.
I mean, that's what I would have loved to see out of Alex Tuck when he came out on that breakout, coming out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, if we
probably curtains, like,
I mean, easily. I thought that was great. Yes. Tim Graham actually had a great tweet tonight. Zach Metza had more saves on goal than Alex Lyon did.
Wow.
That is true.
He did. He had 2
and
saves.
Metza, and let's say empty nets are for the winners, and he does net one at the end. Beyond, you brought up a tweet right before the game. It said, "Feeling a Montreal W. I pray I'm dead wrong." Well, here's your answer there. It's May 16th. The Sabres have a playoff game. They enjoy it with family, friends, and fans. What did you guys do to watch the game tonight?
Just watched it with the wife here, just out.
Just let the anxiety course through your body.
Yeah, just away up north a little bit, just kind of doing our thing, and just said, "Hey, just gonna bring and watch the game and just hanging out." So,
Matt, when did you think the Sabres could actually hang out tonight and they could let their foot off the gas if they did at all? Was there ever a moment where you thought, "Hey, we got this"?
About like 2 minutes left in the game. Like, we're all Buffalo sports fans. There's always like something that can happen. So
Matt was begging me not to tweet this. See you in Buffalo game 7.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, I felt once we got to 6-3, I felt really good. I was like, okay, we're fine.
Honestly, I did too. I just, you always have that, like, because 6-3 happened, and all of a sudden they're like, the Sabres can't get it out of their zone. It's empty net. Oh my God, they're going to score. And then it's like, okay, Tage Thompson dumped it down the ice. It's now 7-3. Okay, we're good.
Empty nets are for the winners, boys.
Yep.
How do you guys address this little statistic right here? Away, 5-2. Home, 2-4 for a barn of which we hold so near and dear and protect in our hearts, both in Party in the Plaza, both in Rocking the Bank. How do you answer for 5-2 and 2-4 and home ice beyond?
Hold on. I'm gonna correct it real quick. It's 5-1. They have 5-1. 5-1 away.
Can't read my own notes.
There you go. It is 5-1 away. Go ahead, Brian.
I just think it speaks to partly on the teams that it's them and the teams that we're playing, right? We're playing, Boston. Okay, Boston had some experienced guys, but they're also a pretty young team. Montreal, we know we've documented it, very young team, very talented, but sometimes in these situations, I mean, you saw the scene at Montreal. The scene at Montreal, let's be honest, it's really second to none, right? So Monday, everyone wears red and we paint the ice. Yes, that's exactly what we talked about earlier. That is exactly what they need to do. I could not agree
Make it an
more.
away game. Make it an away game. Go stay.
I'm telling you,
stay in a hotel. Go stay at a hotel. No practice. Yeah.
Sell some, instead of the beer saber, we sell tartare like they do in France. Just make some French, baguettes and some croissants, and just instead of having beer, we have some French wine. Just make everything like Montreal. Just mimic exactly what they do there. But the scene in Montreal, man, is second to none. Let's be fair. I got to be honest.
Brian,
When they come
hold that thought. Before you go on, I would rather live in California than be associated with Montreal or Canada in any way, shape, or form.
Hey, don't be hating on my state too hard, but yes, I get you.
I was just talking more because of the taxes and everything like that. I live in a shitty
Kevin
state
Adams,
too.
yeah, Kevin.
I'd at least like some sunshine if I was gonna, pick a place.
Well, we got a lot of that, so we pay for that dearly around here. So, but let's be honest. I got to admit, when Montreal comes out of that tunnel and they come out, that scene at that stadium, I mean, it's
amazing.
It's
amazing. I give them that. Yeah, I give them
really. I will never question the heart and passion of Montreal fan. Never. I don't like them, but I won't question their passion. But sometimes a young team sees that and they're like, oh man, I'm expecting a lot out of us tonight, right? And sometimes you press a little bit, and they were chasing the puck. I thought they were chasing the puck. They weren't playing in their position, and I think they panicked a little bit, especially once the Sabres tied it. I think that was when the Sabres relaxed. They said, okay, we're good. Crowd's a little less rambunctious, they're not doing their soccer chants, blah, 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 and again, UPL had that quiet confidence. You could see just the way he was snatching that puck. He's like, he's not getting scored on tonight. He had that mentality, right? That's what I mean, UPL. I feel like when he doesn't have to think, he's better.
Mm-hmm.
When UPL has to really sit around and think about it, it's that's what I worry about him.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to think like, what's this guy going to do ahead? And he's not paying attention to what's going actually on in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's thinking it's going over here. He thinks he's playing over here instead of watching what's going on right in front of him. So he's just gotta focus in the best game of your life right now. Get out of this one game on Monday night with the best game of your life to this point, and go win it.
Yep. Another guy I want to bring up tonight that we haven't spoke about is Jack Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
What
if this guy has one of the best shots in the league?
That goal was impossible.
When his shot.
That was an impossible angle.
Mm-hmm. It really was. A buddy of mine who's a Ranger fan said it was very Nathan McKinnon-esque, which again, not saying he's Nathan McKinnon, just saying that it was that kind of. But that's a grown man's goal. That's a grown man, like a really good goal scorer. Goals right there.
And Jack Quinn tonight been having problems all series. He's been hitting posts, missing nets wide, getting goals called back because mysterious goaltender interferences are happening.
That's just gotta go, yo. That's shit for the birds. Anytime you sprinkle even a little bit of ice chips on Dobesh, I'm literally just staring at my TV, waiting for the linesman or the back judges, or whatever it's called. You got it. Raise his hand. it's kind of preposterous. Now, I put out a tweet before, like my old Twitter persona would have said "Peace, dough bitch," but since I'm a different person, I would not tweet something like that. That would be disrespectful. but to see the Canadians do a little bit of goaltender shuffle because of what we were inflicting on them, and not because of stupid soft goals and stuff like that. That was kind of cool. We inflicted our will versus succumb to the pressure of a surmounting deficit right early in that first period.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely say so, and it's real nice to see that on the other side of us, because we've now seen one of our goaltenders chase 3 different times now in the playoffs. It's nice to see it on the other side. It's nice to see it on the other side. I mean, it's you know, and Dobesh has played really, really well. He's seeming like he's going to be a good goaltender. What I couldn't understand is they were saying Fowler is their goaltender of the future, but Dobesh has been lights out.
He was supposed to be. Yeah, he was supposed to be, but I don't know how true that still is. But we'll have to see how that pans out. You know, Steve brought up something funny here. Maybe Ellis goes in Monday. We just say, you know what? Let's go to third goalie, and he makes an appearance and wins a game 7.
Here's one better. All the goaltenders are hurt, and Devin Levi comes in and saves it for us.
Comes up from Rochester. He takes the drive on the 90.
Well, technically, he is a black ace, so I mean, he could technically play. So
yeah,
but I don't think that's going to happen in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying.
No,
you know, it's I don't know. I as a hockey fan have been watching the game, understanding the game, everything since like 2.
Can you explain to the viewers what a black ace is?
That's what I was just going to say. I have no idea.
Okay.
Other than it being an AHL player that can come up for the playoffs, I have no idea what like
a Jean-Luc Grandpierre of sorts.
JLGP, one of my favorites. In ice hockey, a black ace is an extra player recalled from the minor leagues using NHL to practice with the NHL team during the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's insurance, traveling and training with the team so they are ready to step if a regular player gets injured. There's our answer. Thank you, Google AI.
Wow, click on those keys.
I try.
Yeah.
I mean, without a doubt, I think the power play tonight showed up. I mean, to say the power play got it done would be, that'd be a little bit egregious to give that amount of kudos to them. But they weren't. It wasn't like we were skating just to skate. There are a lot of
was Metz's goal on the power play?
Metza was open net, I believe. Wasn't it?
No, that was Thompson.
That was Tage.
Yeah.
Metz's,
I think Metz's was a power play goal, and
yes,
if it was, they scored 4 goals. 4 power play goals tonight.
That's crazy. I mean, yeah, because
this team that went 0 for April scored 4 goals tonight on the power play.
Nah, I've always said if this power play gets going, if they're just relatively good, even if they're just middle of the pack, they're going to be very, very
middle of the pack would be a welcome improvement. I don't want to give too much credit to the power play. Now, I'm not a total hockey guy. I've watched pretty much every Sabres game this year, but it seems like we have it in us to play with intention on the power play. And sometimes I think that is lost, that we do have it in us to be middle of the pack, but it's not going to win games for us.
Yep.
And it's the thing is, like when they put Doan and Benson on this power play on the top unit, it changed completely. It turned on its heels real quickly, because you put those guys on the goal line, and then you have Tage and Quinn, and then Dahlin at the top. I mean, it gives you 2 shots from either side. And like you saw Jack Quinn score tonight, like one of those goals. Like that's why he's at the top of that power play. You know, Tage firing at the other side. They moved Tage around and put Jack Quinn basically, like we were talking about that goal that he scored that was McKinnon-esque. They put him down low in that spot and fed him right in. Like,
by the way, you want a crazy trivia question?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Rasmus Dahlin scored 4 more points in a playoff game as a defenseman. Who's the only other Sabre defenseman to ever do that?
Alexei Zhitnik.
No. Good guess, though.
In a playoff game?
Yep. This one's going to surprise people.
Phil
And
Housley?
No, but you're getting closer in terms of era.
Jim Schoenfeld.
Nope.
I'm out.
Hold
You don't
on.
have to look.
Doug-
You don't have to look. You don't have to look too far to think about it. That's your hint.
Mike Ramsey?
Nope. Some may not remember that
don't
this
know.
guy, Lindy Cameron Ruff,
Oh,
4-point game in the playoffs as a defenseman.
Get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, people
That's
forget.
crazy.
You know, he was a captain too. In 1985 at Quebec, he scored 1 goal and 3 assists. Is that crazy? Some people forget that Ruff was a defenseman for the Sabres, but yeah, he was solid.
I mean, Lindy's done everything for the Sabres. He's played forward. He's played defenseman. He's now
Mhm.
coached. He's served water for the guy. Like he's done everything. Like
He's one of the greatest figures in Buffalo sports history. Let's just go like it is.
So let me ask you this. Like, I'm not trying to be like get too off topic here, but it kind of goes along the Lindy Ruff thing. Do they just put his name up there like they did Jeanneret, or do they actually retire his number up there?
I would probably put his name up there with the wins he had as a coach, maybe something like that. I think the Knicks and the Rangers have done that in the Garden for certain coaches. Maybe they do something like that. Like Lindy's had probably over 500 wins as a Sabre coach, so I would say maybe put that up there with Lindy Ruff's name. I would say that's probably a good a way to honor him at some point. I think that's.
But
what
what we
expect
also
them
have
do.
to remember is he has been a part of this in every decade that this team has been around.
Mhm.
70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, now 2020s. He's back. Like
Yep. And I
every
believe this will
single
be
decade.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
No, I believe if he wins, it will be his 5th Eastern Conference final as coach of the Sabres. He had 98, 99, and then 2005, 2006, 2007, and then, which is incredible. To be a coach and make 5 conference finals. I know he hasn't won it yet. I get that. But you can see, look how hard it is to get to this point. We're only halfway done. If the Sabres win, they're only halfway done. That's how hard it is to win a Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Right. So, but yeah, it's gonna be such an incredible night, for Buffalo, and winning with, I believe, Thompson and Tuck both hurt speaks to depth and passion. I agree with Steven on this, and again, we're seeing these young guys really evolve and grow up in front of our eyes, and that bodes really well for no matter what happens to the Sabres on Monday night.
See, and
Go
that's.
ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. You got go ahead, Matt. So I'm going to circle
All
back
right,
to the
so,
question Steve has.
Yeah,
after
because
that.
I was just going to say something about Thompson and Tuck here. So, and even Darlene, like I know that they stood up and were a big part of this game. Maybe not so much Tuck on the score sheet, but there was other things that he did. I saw him, steal the puck a few times on penalty kills to get the puck out of the zone, things like that. But like the nice thing about this team is they have that depth that when those guys do not stand up and play, they can still find a way to win, like in game 4, right? It may not be like every single game. We saw that in game 5. The big guys didn't show up. Depth was okay. They got them 3 goals, but they needed the big guys to like finish it for them, right? Had the big guys stood up and finished it. Tage Thompson coming in on that breakaway. He scores that goal. We may be playing Carolina on Tuesday night.
Yep, absolutely.
Like, and it sucks saying it that way, but had those guys stood up and really like taken over in game 5 after getting the lead, after doing all that stuff. But it's nice that they can have that depth. So, anybody along the down the lineup can score. But then if you have your big guys really going and they start getting going, you're going to have a good game.
Absolutely. I had a question from Steve, and I figure we're getting almost to an hour. So, but I figure we'll keep going a little bit. But this is, we're going to get to a little bit about this in our next show, I'm sure. But because I know the season isn't over, but this has been a big topic lately about Tuck in terms of what you would do. Now, I want Matt to act as GM of the Sabres, right? And I'm just going to give you the floor. Now, McLeod is a great trade piece, is an interesting topic, but I think we'll see. I may save that more for the offseason, but this Alex Tuck thing, we're going to take a temperature literally every day. But what say you on that, real quick? On that,
I'm still signing them to like $10 million. I mean, it's 8 years, $10 million. I'm still on board for that, because the way that you can do that, because we got to remember in hockey, it's about AAV every year, right? So it kind of that number resets like every year based on the AAV left in the actual contract. It's not like, oh, you sign a 10-year deal. It's always going to be $10 million on the cap. So if you front load that deal and pay him more up front, when you get into year 3, year 4, year 5, that cap hit might be only, $6 million, $5 million, but he got his money already up front. So I'm still signing him, because he's the type of player that probably has a good 3-4 years left at the high level he's been playing. And, as much as he scored with Vegas, he just tied his career highs the last couple of years and then almost hit it again this year. So, I mean, I really think that, he's a big part of what the Sabres did during the regular season. He was a big, big, big part of what they did against Boston. It sucks that he hasn't really stood up a little bit, but maybe we have the Alex Tuck Game 7. Who knows? Like, the other guys on the ice did what they could to get us to Game 7. Maybe Alex Tuck stands up and has that Game 7. Everybody's back on the train. But like I said, I mean, I really do, and to touch the McLeod piece, I do agree with that as well. I could see him being a piece to be included in maybe like Josh Norris, McLeod, and X player plus pick to go get Robert Thomas or something like that.
Yeah, it could be. Sure.
But like I said, I mean, it's would I rather keep him if it's not for in a deal like that? Like, I know we were talking in one of our group chats tonight, and it was said that some guys are untouchable. You know how I feel about that word. I hate that word because
that's right.
Any player in any or in the right trade is not untouchable, including our captain. If somebody was,
yeah, I mean, it depends, but you're right. I understand what you mean.
Yeah, like I said, if Edmonton was to come to you and say, hey, we'll give you McDavid and Draisaitl for Rasmus Dahlin, absolutely every day, twice on Sunday, right?
Oh yeah, I'm making
but
that's
what I'm talking about is unless you get a deal like that, he's most likely untouchable. But again, like we talked about, if you're not doing these things as the GM and listening to these conversations, you're doing your team malpractice, right? So, and that's one of the things I'm glad to have Jarmo in place as the GM, because I think he does a great job at listening to those conversations and trying to make the team better. As bad as Stanley has been, that big character, that big, his big size, big body was needed against Boston.
Yep. And we may need him if we get to Carolina.
Right.
They're going to need him more in that series too.
And I understand they looked at it and were like, oh, Tampa's going to be, most likely we're going to be seeing Tampa in the first round. Okay. Maybe we're going to see Tampa in the second round. Didn't happen. Nope. So, but I want to get to Whittle's thing here real quickly too.
Yes, please. Yes. I see that.
Did the lineup changes affect the game tonight? I'll let you go first, Brian.
Without question. I think, and that's, thing about hockey is you see these changes probably more, on the fly in these cases, especially so pronounced when you're talking about lines. But they did move Tuck off the first line from Tage Thompson. And I think that's probably what Tuck needed too. Sometimes when your game is not working, Matt, right? Maybe it was better for him to go to the second line and kind of, take the pressure off a little bit, moving up Norris, Josh Norris with Zach Benson, and having Tage Thompson. I think that worked really, really well. And moving Peyton Krebs down the fourth line, I think, was pretty good too. I thought Greenway, believe it or not, had some decent moments tonight. Made some good hustle plays tonight too on the PK. So things like that. I think things work a little bit better when in the way Ruff did it. And it took a lot of guts tonight. Just to answer a little question. When you're on the face of elimination, sometimes you tend to just go with the guys that got you there, right? And you don't have the guts to put in Zach Metza or maybe sit those veterans. Say, hey, I'm sitting you down. Like, hey, Peyton, you've been on our top line for a while. We're moving you down to the fourth line. Like, that takes guts as a coach. So I would agree 100% that affected the game.
And I agree too. I 100% agree with that as well, with your sentiments there, Brian. But what I will say about a Lindy Ruff team, and we've known this forever because he's been the coach for the Sabres forever. He did it in Dallas. He did it in New Jersey. He doesn't have lines. Like, he doesn't have numbered lines. He plays them as he sees fit. He plays them as he sees. He tries to line them up and tries to get the guys working with the best. And yes, does he line up? Sure. Does he line up the checking line against certain things? Yes, he does that. But there's no line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. It's who he decides to roll out at the time to match up best against who's on the ice. And I get what you're saying about, them moving Peyton Krebs down to the fourth line. I get that. Maybe he's not seeing as much ice time, but that energy he brought to the fourth line with Malenstein and Greenway, I think actually helped tonight because they were able to get in there. They were able to get on top of Montreal with that line, with that checking line and things like that. And then you would have the Zucker Helenius line and Quinn. Those guys were flying. Those guys were flying tonight. And finally, Helenius, he took the pass from Zucker and waited that extra second to watch Dobish go down and then put it above him. Because that was huge. Because he didn't do that in Game 4. Rang one off the pipe, and then Dobish made a huge save.
Yep. Sure did. There was a MMA fight, only less than 17 seconds.
Yes.
You see that?
Yes, I see that. That's crazy.
Well, it almost lasted as long as Alex Lyon in net tonight, but listen, I got it. Yeah, there you go. Poor Alex Lyon. We love Alex Lyon. I mean, listen, he just had a huge on him.
He's done a lot. He's done a lot for this team. He's done a hell of a lot.
And you know what? He's still on our roster next year, Matt, and I'm happy about it. So, one series isn't going to define his entire Sabre run here. He's been very, very good this year. He was excellent against Boston. And who knows, if we get past this round, maybe against Carolina, he'll get in again. So, the Lion, and Sean said Lion put up more of a fight than the MMA tonight. Hey, and you didn't have to pay $100 to see the Sabres game tonight. So there you go. Right? So there you go. So
real quick before we do get out of here though, Brian, I want to get your feeling about one thing here.
Of course.
Between the TNT coverage and the ESPN coverage and everything like that, how do you feel it's been going? Because it's unwatchable to me.
I like some of the coverage on ESPN. I like the studio. I like Subban and Messier and all that. And
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about
I'm just talking about ESPN. Weeks was incredible. I love that. The play-by-play of McDonough. I mean, McDonough's always been one of the better ones, but Ferraro just drives me crazy. He's just such a homer. I mean, he's been this way. He was this way even with Rangers Carolina last year. A buddy of mine was complaining about that, and I kept listening. Was like, is he embellishing it? And now I've seen it now in this series, and I'm like, oh, he's right. So I'm not crazy about the ESPN coverage in that respect. TNT has been very good. I like their coverage of hockey. I think they've done a great job. Say what you want about Paul Bissonnette. I think Paul Bissonnette is good for the league.
Oh, he is
He's
100% good for the
quirky.
league.
He's, you know what, he'll take a stab here and there, but he's just fun. Isn't that just, him and like that whole Spitler Chickless thing? They're just great for the league. We need more of that in hockey. You need more
Mhm.
personality. You need more passion, from some of these commentators. But I think overall the play-by-play and the quality of what TNT is bringing has been very solid. ESPN's they're trying. There's some things I do like about their coverage, but there's some things like you said I would like to change. Maybe going forward into next year. Maybe it's time to reconsider some other options besides a Ray Ferraro. If
Oh,
you want
even
my
even
opinion.
Sean McDonough, you can hear it
Yeah.
clearly in Sean McDonough's voice. Like, for whatever reason, they're both against Buffalo. Sean McDonough, I
Well, Sean
truly
McDonough's the
think,
Boston guy, but
yeah,
but I'm surprised
exactly.
because Montreal is a team that they don't like either. I'm really
I get that too, but like
see,
it,
but I didn't notice it as much tonight, and you know why? Because they know, hey, if we get there's no other game seven. So from a broadcasting point of view, I would rather see a game seven. You don't get too many game sevens, like we discussed. The only time the Sabres have won a game seven in their
Mhm.
history at home is 1997. How many
Yeah,
years have we been in existence, Matt? Almost 55, 60
1970,
years? One time,
1970. Yeah.
one win. That's it. So this is how rare, this is. We lost a tough one to Pittsburgh, which it's probably the most underrated, devastating loss in Sabres history with Darius
I
Kasparov.
honestly, I
Oh,
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, as much as I love Dominic, as much as I love Hashik,
yeah.
I think he just gave up.
Hmm.
Honestly, I think I did not saying he let that goal in or anything on
Yeah.
purpose or anything like
No.
that, but he just like it looked like a UPL goal. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sit here, like, it was just like
Yeah.
it wasn't like that's a shot that Dominic always saved. Hashik always saved, and
Yeah.
it's just tough to sit here and watch that. What other game sevens have we had in Buffalo?
In Buffalo.
Yeah, because both of those were in Buffalo, weren't they?
Yes, the 2001. Now, because the Carolina one in '06 was in Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
We lost in Philadelphia in a game seven. I want to say 2008 or 2009, somewhere around there. We lost. We
Mm-hmm.
lost the game seven in Philly. Uh,
Yep.
yeah, we
Yeah,
haven't
like
had that
eight
many
to
game
one or
sevens.
something. 8-1 or something
Yeah,
like
we
that.
lost about. What I remember about that game, man, is my car broke down in Long Beach. I remember that. My car
Yeah.
broke down and missed almost the whole game. So it was a bad night all around. I remember that. I was like, oh, it's not
So
fun.
it was
But
your
so that's
fault.
what
It
I
was
mean
your
about
fault. It was your fault they lost.
it was. It's always my fault if we win or lose. It doesn't matter. I get it even in the group chat today. What's the first thing that says? Oh, Brian was wrong. Okay, great. But
Yeah.
it's fine. I mean, I'm good with that though. I'm good with being wrong. So um
Hey, there's
but
nothing
listen,
wrong with
about
being
the off
wrong.
season, Matt, we're gonna definitely see if we can get some more stuff going here on the pod. Maybe we'll do some more post games like this. I mean, we're getting a good
Hey,
turnout. So
hey,
maybe we'll do
all I
one
gotta
Monday
say
night.
is the season is not over yet.
It's not over
Knock
yet.
on
We got
wood.
yep.
Knock on wood
And
here, man. And it's series is over. I'm still saying it. Series is over.
yeah, we're done.
Series is
It's
over. We're
finished.
done.
Montreal
It's
wins
done.
by
It's
five
over. It's
goals.
finished.
By the
Yep.
way, just to leave you with this, Lindy
We've
Ruff
been doing
joke
it
that
all day. Hold on.
yeah,
We've been doing it all day. All day. The last couple of days, we're being very over the top negative because it
mhm,
seems to be working. So
yep, yep,
go ahead
yeah.
with
And
your Lindy Ruff
and
thing.
I just a couple things I want to say. Um, Lindy Ruff joked that they should have this game in Montreal, and I want to address a comment here. Okay, hopefully you're right about the Sabres and wrong about the Knicks. Listen, Whittle, I know when your basketball team's in Cancun, I understand. Okay. It's nice warm waters in Cancun for the Celtics right now. Jason Tatum's kicking up his feet, and they're all sitting there gonna watch the Knicks. It feels like the Knicks haven't played in about 5 weeks. I mean, this is ridiculous how
Yeah.
long it's taken. But I think to ease Whittle's mind, I would be floored if the Knicks win the championship, especially against either team from the West. So I digress, but I hope we're right about the Sabres, Whittle. I would love to see, win another round. And yes, Jack Adams rough, ladies and gentlemen. If he doesn't win Jack Adams this year, which is the Coach of the Year award, That's how the hockey names their. That's one thing unique about hockey. They name their awards after certain builders and coaches and things in the league. So I would love to
Yep.
see Lindy Ruff take home
Yeah.
the Jack Adams. But as far as the prediction goes, I don't have any because I'm wrong 85% of the time. So we're gonna lose. How's that sound? No, I'm just saying jokingly, but
like I said, Brian, I'm not ready to shave the playoff beard. I'm not ready to get rid of it.
oh
yet.
no. I'll say this. We're gonna win in overtime if we win. I'll say that right now.
Derek Flint banging
Yep.
Derek Flint banging the drum, and they go into overtime and win it.
I'll even give you the game-winning goal. You ready?
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm going to give you the player. You don't want me to say it? Okay.
Don't do it.
All right. I was going to say number 89, but I'll leave it alone.
Hey, the series is over. Montreal's winning the series.
Okay.
We're
Paul
good.
Caulfield, 4 goals. We're finished. Yep. There we go. And then the Sabres, tell Whittle, your Celtics can, introduce, the Bills to, not the Bills. Why did you say the Bills? The Sabres to Cancun to help them out with accommodations. Of course, I had to get my Celtic comment in for Whittle, but
hey,
I digress.
We all got to have fun at each other's expense. What else is life about, right?
You know what? And you know what? And one other thing I want to address, right? And here's another great one from. There we go. I like this. Put this in the universe, Whittle. Buffalo can't be title town.
Hey, the psychic is still alive. The psychic is still alive. Let's talk about that for a second. The psychic is still alive. So.
Yep. Sabres, Bandits, and Bills. I like the sound of that, Whittle. That sounds great. That sounds amazing. But yeah, that's true. That psychic is still alive. Yep. Who said what the Sabres are going to win the Cup in 26 and the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl in 27?
Yep.
Yeah, and I'll agree here. I don't want to thank Sean for his great comments tonight too. Would have been sweet if Tuck would have made that breakout. Yeah, that was. But maybe that's a good sign. Maybe even though Tuck didn't get the goal, it probably just felt good here, right? For Tuck to maybe. I feel like he was a little more involved tonight, so I feel like he could be a factor in Game 7. That's the thing about sports, Matt. A lot of fans nowadays, they always want to write the conclusion before the conclusion happens. Right. We hear it all the time with Josh Allen. He's never won a Super Bowl, or is that hey, Josh Allen's only 30 years. It's just an example. Josh Allen's only 30 years old. He's got a long runway on his career. We don't know what's going to happen. You can win 3 Super Bowls, and we're talking completely different, right?
Yeah.
So with Alex Tuck about the extension, I'll just leave it at this. I feel like with him, I'll understand if they keep him, and I'll understand if they let him go.
Yeah.
I'm very, very. I'll understand both sides of it if they. Yeah, he's a Western New York kid, Matt, but I just don't want that to be the reason they keep him because he's a popular guy. He's great in the community. We all love Alex Tuck, but they can't sign him just based on that alone. They have to do it for the right reason. We're trying to build a championship here. We're not just trying to. So then I agree with Sean. He did show life tonight, and I hope he does. Sometimes it's just a matchup thing, or maybe he's nursing something big, and. So we'll see how that goes, but that's really all I had tonight.
Yeah,
what a night!
I'm pumped.
I would like to do this again, win or lose Monday night, but that's up to you. But I think we should do it.
I'll be available.
Let's see if we can do something.
I will only do this because I'm very superstitious. No more of this. I'm a little stitious bullshit. I'm very superstitious.
Yeah,
I'm very superstitious.
By the way, the tweet of the night for me was a tweet about what was it again? Let me get it. It was Lindy Ruff choosing between Alex Lyon and UPL, and it has the security guard from The Office. I don't know if you ever saw that episode when they decide between office chairs and the copier.
Yep.
And he couldn't decide between the two. I said that is the best tweet of the night.
That's
I
great.
loved it. Yeah, that was amazing.
So series is over. Montreal's won it. We'll see you Monday night after the loss, and we can all bitch. All bitch.
And also, just a public service announcement. You saw Whittle. We call him the great one around here. He is the much better half of our great podcast on Wednesday night. We do Coast to Coast talking about the Bills. So if any of you are in here for the first time, subscribe to us at Do Champions because we do every Wednesday. We talk Bills, and we're going to be doing some great Sabres stuff, especially as we roll into the playoffs. And hopefully with a Stanley Cup parade, but let's not get too far.
Yeah.
But let's win Monday
Yeah.
night and we'll talk about it. So
Brian, if they win the Stanley Cup, I'm flying your ass out here. So
there we you just heard it.
Let's end
everybody.
it up. Let's end it.
You
Let's
heard
end it on that. Let's end it on that. Let's
All
end
right,
it on that.
I'm
Brian,
staying in your
hey,
I'm staying in your basement too.
hey, I got plenty of space. I got plenty of
Nice.
space.
That
Hey,
sounds fantastic. Thank you, Matt.
hey, all I gotta say is it's good to be seen.
Good to be seeing Go Sabres and enjoy Monday night, everybody.
Go Sabres.